Hello, team. Welcome to another ATP Geopolitics video, a video where I'm going to thank you, the team, for being amazing. We have been fundraising with a number of different entities, a number of different charities to help the troops out in Ukraine do what they need to do on our behalf and on behalf of the people, obviously, of Ukraine. And I am just in awe at your generosity. We have been fundraising for Car for Ukraine a number of different times, and we're going to go through some of the photos and videos we have from what we've done over time with them, including their most recent vehicles received by, from you guys, essentially. We've also done work with NAFO in order to help 99 in order to get vehicles out. I'm not going to show, I don't have too many pictures and videos from them. They all have their videos on YouTube. And I've shared them with you previously, although I'm going to share some of the same ones with Car for Ukraine with you, but I don't have all the NAFO ones. And I do have some from Zigazpor, not stuff from the campaign we helped with previously, but with the latest drone lab campaign through Bogdan and helping out the 47th Assault Brigade there. So lots to share with you, but essentially this is just a massive thank you to you. I mean, take, for example, our last, I think it was Car for Ukraine campaign, or was it Zigazpor actually? No, I think it might be Zigazpor, where Michael Winkler just threw in a massive extra helping hand after the end of one of those two campaigns. Just a huge donation from Michael Winkler. So, you guys are just amazingly generous, but it doesn't have to be the big, $1,000 plus donations. It's the little $5 and $10 coming in from, it's what you can help with, what you are able to help with. And it's just tremendous. All of you are so absolutely wonderful in your contributions to these really worthy campaigns. Look, before we get there, just my usual, please like, subscribe and share. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. That would be very, very kind. Right, let's go and have a look at some of these pictures and videos. I'm going to start with going all the way back to, was it Christmas 2024, maybe? That campaign. Ivan here from Car for Ukraine. I've had a lovely meal with him in Lviv. We've met him. We've been to the workshop, several of the workshops there. This is where they let the convoy go from. Normally they combine fundraisers. So as a YouTuber, ATP Geopolitics, my channel, we will often be working with lots of other channels to produce quite a lot of funding to get a big number of cars through the system there. And here within these, I think that might be our vehicle there. Within these parked vehicles, we have a couple, I think, ATP ones, or maybe that one, I don't know. I think this might have been where one of our vehicles was transformed into a multiple launch rocket system. That's one of our first fundraisers. Anyway, you can see here 153,059 euros there for trucks under the Christmas tree. I think this was after actually our first fundraiser from ATP Geopolitics. Now, here is one of the units saying thank you very much. So that's you guys, ATP Geopolitics. So that's really cool. That was one of the vehicles there. Here we have Ivan talking about it on one of his videos. This is actually a screen grab, so I can't play that. But yeah, that is our vehicle. I think that was the one that had the back cut off, and it was then turned into an MLRS, but I'm not 100% sure. Here is, I don't know if we had two turned into MLRS. This was on, you can see this is a co-funded ATP Geopolitics and the Shills one here. I think our first vehicle just alone with ATP was turned into an MLRS. So I think maybe two of them over the course of all of the fundraising we've done, but I could be wrong on that. And this is what they typically do, which is put a sticker on the side of these vehicles to show who has contributed, trying to get that to the perfect sort of size, who has contributed to, I can't seem to move it side to side, these campaigns. And on the left, you have General of the Army Paul Spiker, who has contributed obviously the most out of all of these people, done a tremendous job. Thank you, Paul. And then just below that general, you've got all these wonderful people: Peter Kluken, Ozzy Rob, David Lewis, and so many just wonderful people helping out. Joe Hales there, and so on and so forth. Just amazing. Yusta Vinky. So yeah, just absolutely fabulous that they recognize the people that are so fundamental. Well, in fact, without these people, they wouldn't get trucks. So they really have to thank the people, and people need to feel good about what they do. And so you should. Here is, so this isn't the one with the shills. This is the other one. So if you go back, it was the picture here had the shills on the side. So I think that was a later one. This was the original one that we fundraised that was turned into an MLRS. And then there was a video of it firing, I do believe, as well. And this was that. This is the Easter Paisanki one. We're going to go. These are slightly. This is a mixed shared folder I have here, but I'm then going to go through them kind of chronologically in terms of the fundraising we did. But these people are loving the support that they're receiving, the vehicles that they get. Here is one, that ATP Geopolitics, where we helped out with Johnny FD, because you guys are so generous. We outraise for the size of the channel that we are. You guys are just unbelievable, and we help out other channels as well to fundraise, so that they are unable to fully raise for a car, then we'll help out. And ATP Geopolitics helped out with a number of these different channels as well. And this was me out in Lviv. I love that picture. ATP Geopolitics, fighting for freedom and truth, so important to me, and hopefully to you guys as well. They're looking absolutely beautiful next to the vehicle. Yeah, very good. Here's the one with the shills that we saw in a workshop. I presume that's the one that probably eventually got the back cut off it, or but I'm not 100% sure. And yeah, just really great to see these photos and see what the end result is to the tireless fundraising that you guys are involved in. Yeah, here we have, I probably get into trouble with this anytime I have rockets firing and sand going. I get restricted by the YouTube police. Oh no, I can't. Oh yeah, this is a video actually. I'm just going to cut the sand out there because I do get into trouble. But I mean, check that bad boy out. Absolutely firing off there into the distance. And that is a thanks to you guys, ATP Geopolitics. I love a bit of that. Brilliant stuff. Anyway, the videos are sticking a little bit, but you get the idea there. Fantastic. What else do we have on this particular? Oh, here's another one of it firing, which is phenomenal. I presume they're not going to be wasting rockets just in the middle of firing into the middle of nowhere just for a thank you video. So that will be a case of this vehicle firing at enemy positions. Right. Okay. So let's go back now to the Easter Paisanki, which was, okay, there's a Christmas one from 2024 into 25, and then Easter 2025. We donated with all of the YouTubing legends involved in this one, 225,410 euros. So that was a goal of 220,000. So that would be 22 vehicles. Here we raised 26,082. Absolutely phenomenal. We came a wonderful third place in that one. So that was really, really great in terms of how we fared against all the other YouTubers raising money as well. That's one of our vehicles there. Vehicle number 8, Easter Paisanki Trucks Basket, ATP Geopolitics. ATP Geopolitics there, looking good, fighting for freedom and truth. And there's the side of the vehicle thanking people like David Sengelman, Aussie Rob again, and all these other wonderful people. David Lewis again, Malcolm Daly, Colin McKinnery, so on and so forth. So many brilliant people. Is that Jenna Carpenter, Jennifer Taylor, and Rick de Roiver. So thank you. Okay, then we move on to which one is this? So this is Easter Paisanki again. Some more pictures from this particular. Yeah. Oh dear, what am I doing? Right, let's click the actual arrow this time. Here you go. So more vehicles going to the front. This is a different vehicle, number 15, and those are the people who helped with this one. Paul Spiker, David Lewis, is that Peter Dunmo, Julian Miller, Michael Winkler, of course, there, Corey Clark, so on and so forth. This is absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Then we went on to the Summer Sunshine truck. So we're moving towards our most recent autumn one. 260,689 donated out the all of the YouTubers there. 253,000 was the goal. We came in 7th in that one because I think we joined that one a little bit late. We're doing other fundraising with, I think, Zigger's Paw. And here we have the truck that we fundraised for. That was going to be for, I can't remember if it's a drone team or whether it's sort of Spoo or something like that. But anyway, absolutely fantastic. David Lewis again, Peter Kluken again, David Sengelman again, tremendous. Mark S, John Hazel, and Richard Jackson too, at their general level. Absolutely brilliant. So that truck found its way to, and I hope this truck is still being used by the people who received it. So fantastic. Right, then we're going to come on to what do we have here? So this is going to be the summer harvest, no, the autumn harvest. So do we not have the summer sunshine? Let's go to summer sunshine. Here we go. Okay, summer sunshine. Was that the one we just did? Yeah, that was the van one. Okay, so then we're going to go to autumn now and have a look at what was raised in the autumn harvest campaign. And this is our most recent one with Car for Ukraine. 25,528 euros we raised, and we were in first place, which makes me super happy. You guys did yourselves proud there. Tremendous. Here is one of our vehicles with one of the units, and there are videos for all of the different units that were appealing for these cars. They can be found on the campaign websites, on the Car for Ukraine's website. And here are 3 of the guys who received one of our vehicles there. That's absolutely fantastic. Can I play this one? This is a genuine video here. No subtitles. No subtitles for that one, but you can see, and that vehicle had Greg and Tony on the side, so they had their own sticker on that one, getting extra props. Here it is. You can see it's looking good there. Let's try and yeah, there we go. Awesome. Proudly delivered by Guy and Tony. Sorry, did I say Greg? So Guy and Tony. So delivered by. So they must have driven that out there on behalf of you guys and got it to this the unit that received it. There you go, fighting for freedom and truth. Freaking love that. Number 4 there, proudly delivered by Guy and Tony. So thank you to Guy and Tony for helping out so tremendously. Fantastic. And there we go. Brilliant stuff. The other sticker here, I don't know if we can see. Oh, we can see many of the people on there. That's not bad at all. Just trying to see the people. There we go. David Sengelman again, Michael Winkler again, Peter Kluken again, just total legends. Michael Clements, Curtis Engel, Walter Chichovlas, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, Franciscus van den Hoek, David Lewis, George Koenigsegger, and Michael Winkler again, just tremendous. So Michael Winkler, yeah, Mitch Mazzarole on there too. I saw just I flashed by. So brilliant stuff. And then here is the final autumn harvest selection of photos. And you can see those names there again. Just absolutely brilliant. Really helping out these units who received these vehicles. We've seen that video that was earlier, and here's another picture of someone who's received one of our cars from the unit. So that's brilliant. Just filling the car up there. So they're so transparent. Car for Ukraine, they're such a great organization. It's really good value for money, and they do a tremendous job of getting the vehicles ready and sorted out for these units to take on in the way that they want, and then they can go and sort of tinker with them themselves, of course. This one was delivered by Mark and Trevor. Fantastic, fighting for freedom and truth on the side there. Another successful delivery, and the vehicle getting to the end users. And I think those are the pictures we had. Yeah, so a bit of a mix of what we've already seen there. So that's fantastic. That was Car for Ukraine, and all of the, or almost all of the pictures and videos. There are actually lots more videos, and Ivan talking about them as well. You can go and follow Car for Ukraine on YouTube, and you can see when Ivan walks around these vehicles and talks about them before they just get taken away or get driven away, and that's really interesting. So that's fantastic. We're now going to go on to Jigger's Paw, where we helped out with this is the most recent campaign fundraiser we did. We are just about to start on a new one, which is just getting sorted out as we speak. That's going to be for a quad to go to a unit that desperately needs one. Here we have a unit, the 47th, that gets a lot of drones that are kind of made, not quite bespoke, but they're made by Bogdan at Drone Lab and volunteers who make them how the unit want them, essentially. Because what happens quite often is people have an idea of what units want, make a load of drones, send them to units say, oh, this is the wrong frequency, or I don't like how this operates, and then they get sent back, and then it's all very inefficient. So what you really want to do is work very closely with the unit. They tell you exactly what they want, and then you make them to those specifications. So here is a video from Jigger's Paw. That's brilliant. So here's a guy from the 47th. He's awesome, Dan, by all accounts, and taking these drones to use them predominantly as drone bombers in the Sumy region to defend against the invading Russians up there. We raised 17,912. They added a little bit from unallocated donations to add it up to the amount needed for 49 reusable FPV bombers. So these get used and used again. I forget. I did ask, I think, Bogdan, what the average life expectancy was for these drones. But certainly when they get used by people like Magyar's birds, they last quite a long time. So that, yeah, it's really good to have helped provide some reusable drones for Dan here. So let's look again at these pictures. That's the unit, some guys from Drone Lab, and here are the drones that they have helped manufacture for the 47th Assault Brigade there. Absolutely brilliant. Loving what you guys have enabled, and Dan looking pretty satisfied there. So this is what Jigger's Paw said just now. Our fundraiser with the Drone Lab for the Drone Lab with Jonathan NS Pierce is finished. Thanks to ATP Geopolitics and his incredible community. That's the operative phrase there. We raised $17,912. Sorry. These funds were used to supply Drone Lab with components for assembling 49 reusable FPV bombers for our hero Dan from the 47th Brigade. There's the digger, that's the dog. And here are all the components. Total cost of the components for the FPVs, 18,421. Drone Lab Copternia assembled all the bombers. It was founded by our friend Bogdan to support Dan and his comrades who, with advanced reusable FPV bomber drones, optimized for precision strikes, effective frontline defense, and vital logistics operations. So not just bomber drones that can be used for a whole range of things. Here we have the components that were purchased with the help of your funding. And of course, I'm sure you know, if you've been following the channel and been following our interviews with people from the Zigger Support, these guys are so transparent. Every single penny is accounted for. It's all very clearly denoted on their website. They're very good at this stuff. We want to thank Jonathan and his community for their help. So every FPV drone means more destroyed Russian weapons and positions and saved lives of the Ukrainian defenders on the ground. Thank you for standing with us and helping Ukraine. So thank you guys. This is what you have been able to achieve. So here we have some of the drones that were built, 49 of them in total, which is absolutely incredible. Loving it. Absolutely loving that. So fantastic stuff, you guys. You deserve a medal. And actually, I'm just going to throw in a NAFO one that I came across on my shared folder, but I don't have all of my. I mean, I was out in Kiev actually helping to give over a whole load of Jake Bro ones, mainly vehicles. And that was a real privilege to be part of one of their convoy videos and whatnot. But before Rick, the Ukrainian, I think Kate from Kharkiv has also given away some of our ATP Geopolitics vehicles to the units who received them. Here is one. So this is call sign Rushtik in the 12th Brigade of the Azov National Guard. Here he talks about the ATP Geopolitics vehicle with, as you can see, one of these awesome, actually it's not this one, it's our other one, which I have to my side here? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Anyway, it's my other patch, which I do have somewhere here, but my such a mess, my desk. Anyway, so that's really cool. Thank you, guys. It is absolutely tremendous to see the end results here of your tireless fundraising. I was just looking at the Ziggers Poor website, and they definitely don't have our new campaign up yet, but that, as mentioned, will be imminent for sure. Here is their website. If you want to see their transparency part of it, I mean, the projects page here will list the ongoing and finished projects. We're not on there with our quad one yet, but transparency, they've got a whole area for transparency, and you can look at different charts and what they do and so on and so forth. Loads of charts and how they spend it, and etc., etc. So it's all there for you. They're an absolutely fantastic group of people and an absolutely fantastic charity, as are Jiggerspor and of course NAFO and Help 99. So that's why we generally stay within the same group of charities, because we know them. I've met them. I've met people from all three here. I've been to the house of Jiggerspor where they do all their stuff. I've met the owners, Arena and Dimco. In fact, you've seen me hopefully interview them a number of times. I've met the guys from Car for Ukraine, and I've met the guys from Help 99 and NAFO. So, all good, transparent, and working really, really well to supply the Ukrainian soldiers with what they need. So just, I have to leave the video by saying again, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you on behalf of the soldiers who received this kit. and thank you for caring enough to commit to these fundraisers. I don't give you enough kudos for that, and I really don't. You guys are awesome, total legends. Thank you for supporting the channel that keeps the lights on so that I can do this as well. It's really meaningful to me that this channel matters in something more than just being something for me to do. Do you know what? That, you wouldn't be here if it was just, me doing this. There's a greater meaning for this, and it's about fighting disinformation. It's about being accurate, reporting news accurately, and it's about fighting for what is good and right in the world, and fighting for democracy, and supporting Ukraine in their quest for sovereignty, independence, and to defend Europe against the darker forces that want to stop our freedoms and interfere with our democracy. So thank you for allowing me to do this, and therefore, allowing me to fundraise for these really, really worthy causes. It means an awful lot. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.